Hello, Lakers fans. Having problems a little bit with the video here. I know everybody's talking about the Covington thing. Um, all right. So, Lakers, we keep losing now. The last is we lost the opportunity for Covington. Of that, we want to have. It's a good thing for the Clippers. I'm guessing with the two big stars sitting. Hopefully, the even though I don't like the Clippers. I don't like the organizations, and I certainly not too fond of the fans. Um, that said, I really uh, saludos. Um, I really hope that Paul George get back to health soon. I don't know how Kawhi is doing. I'm pretty sure that he won't be, much with the team if they are not gonna see, like, if he sees that Paul George is not um, in health. I don't think he's gonna play. Simple as that. Um, so right now, the Clippers need somebody who can do things, step up a little bit, and I think they got guys who can help. Um, I feel a little bit bad for Bledsoe because Bledsoe keeps changing teams, and he's not a bad player. He's a good player, but he's not the guy that he used to be, and that is terrible. Let me. Where is my logo? All right. Oh, there it is. Let's put it this way. All right. But the one thing I want to talk about is right now in the position that the Lakers are, because this is a Lakers show. That's where we are fans of the Lakers, and there is something that we need to put into perspective here, and one is that the Lakers don't have many assets that people are interested in. Not even, for those who want to trade Westbrook, that's not. I don't see how that's going to happen, because for that The only team that might be interested in him, mostly for the nostalgia, could be OKC, maybe a few others, but I don't think the teams that could be interested in Westbrook would have the bargaining ships to take on that mount monster of a salary of a guy who not only collects 47 million next year, but he's got a player option, and I don't, I think the option would be obviously uh, take it, and he's not gonna decline for obvious reasons. I saw live from uh, my friend AC from LA Sports Live, and one of the things he said is, why somebody wouldn't want to pick up that contract first, and second, he's not going to get $47 million or any max contract uh, after this. It's going to be really difficult for him because uh, as much talent as he got, as much uh, of a big resume he's got, the one thing he doesn't have is, because he's been in really great teams and he's never got made it to the championship, you know? I mean, he made it to the finals, but not to the championship. He made it to the Western Conference Finals. After that, didn't get to the championship. Uh, a lot of second second round in the playoffs, but that's about it. So the Lakers need to find people from within, and this is a big problem for the Lakers because Lakers prefer to uh, get their talent from trades. Um, Developing players is not the Lakers' forte. I don't know why. Um, Lakers depend on two things: either the draft or the hidden gems that they get after the draft is pretty much over. They get these guys that nobody thinks they're going to be that good, and they are. Um, People didn't put much stock on Taylor Horton Tucker, and while he had a bad season, he is a scorer and he's got a lot of potential. And uh, that's probably not what we are aiming for right now, because Lakers are in championship now mode with LeBron. Um, but you have really good players that can do a job that is needed in the Lakers. And I know, like, if you have seen my live, uh, streamings before, you know that I support Jay Huff, mostly because I think he's got a lot of potential. Hey, what's up, Goat Mike? So, the thing is, Mcclung is one of those guys that we have cheap. We can get yeah, I will do it. Yeah. And so the Lakers, the one problem the Lakers are having is, finding these guys from within. But Mcclung is one of them. Mcclung, you'd rather have right now Mcclung, who is available, or Kendrick Nunn, who is not. You can say, well, Kendrick Nunn is a proven NBA player, but he is right now injured. You can say, look at Stanley Johnson. That was a good pick, and he's proven that on the court he can play defense. He can do all these things that are necessary. HBK, he is right now the player with the most in the Lakers, in the whole Lakers roster. He's got the biggest plus minus. He's got the biggest plus minus. And even on top of Avery Bradley is getting more minutes, but this kid is just killing it. Now we have Mcclung. Mcclung is active. He's active on the defense. He's active on the offense. And a lot of the criticism is that he could not be a floor general. But he's doing it. He's doing it with South Bay. And it was noticed by the Bulls. And they gave him a 10-day contract. So, aggressiveness is something that this team needs badly. And Mcclung is somebody who can, may not be that many minutes, but he can take that. To tell you the truth, I would have rather have Mcclung and Mcclung and this kid, the two rookies there, because saying in the starting lineup, but like on the third quarter, fresh legs, people that nobody having trying to get to the basket all the time, trying to play aggressive defense, which is something that Vogel believes in. So 10-day contract to Mac. There's somebody like Ken Bay for the team right now. I don't know. I don't like to say cutting out to any of the players, because the one thing I want, the one and the one thing I want to say, let me. The one thing I want to say is that, look, the Lakers are right now in desperate need of a guy who can score in bunches, which Mcclung does. His percentage. He made a triple-double, 12 assists. I think it was 11 rebounds, points on South Bay, where he was shy of a triple double. Also, uh, I think it was, I don't know, 8 assists or something like that. A lot of people were kind of, not knowing if was going to be like that. But, you know, um, that you could actually see the Lakers uh, having, and I love the he can worker, and you can see it on everything he does, and we have some guys there. We have some guys, um, and there are options for the Lakers. That not only the Lakers. I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing Jeremy Lin back. If you want offense, this guy can give it to you. If you want, if like, he wasn't the greatest, but he wasn't bad, and he's got NBA experience. I don't know. You can do, and you should do. Also, um, that Mcclung scored 28, pretty much half of the points of the team. I don't know how much. I'm trying to get here to. It was versus Salt Lake City. No, that wasn't versus Salt Lake City. The J Huff points, but Mcclung. I know this is a game they are playing right now. The first quarter. So it wasn't a Salt Lake City game. So in this one, Mcclung and J Huff are the guys. They're having a lot of point, not like half of the points of the team right now. But this was not the game that I was. Well, I don't know why it's. Um, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was against Salt Lake City. Um, yeah, that was the one that Mcclung finished with South Bay won 132 against Salt Lake City 120. They are playing right now again, I guess. Okay, 11 rebounds and 12 assists in 39 minutes. Charlie Brown, uh, 30 points, and half 23 points. Uh, so yeah, so that's. I mean, that's something I'm paying attention right now because um, you know uh, Goat Mike, Goat Mike, he's got a channel, Laker stuff too. Um, I think they talk a little bit about a lot of things. Obviously, Lakers is one of the things they talk about. It's a basketball. Um, it's a basketball related uh, topics. I don't know if they touch any other sports. I don't know if Mike is still there. But yeah, that's one of those things that. What did you guys think? Do you guys think that the Lakers have a real chance to do a um, game-changing trade? But by the way, what do you think? What's your view of the front office? I never was much of a fan of letting go pretty much everybody from the championship team. Then, you know, letting go of pretty much everybody of the next team. They just from that team, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And if you see a familiar face and um, uh, Rondo, and then Rondo didn't play, and that was it, you know. And I don't understand why they thought this was a good idea. It wasn't. Lakers lost their defensive advantage. You know, this gamble doesn't work. Usually, doesn't work well. You know, if you go with the statistics, uh, teams that change the whole roster are usually doing it to get younger legs, rebuild, and stuff like that. This team, um, they got older legs. Done at least all of them offensively. Anthony Davis is the defensive anchor there. And we know that when LeBron is really active on the defense, he makes a big difference. Um, but Bradley, uh, I, you know, you know, if the front office is not willing to pay the money that he asked less than what the Bulls were offering to stay with the Lakers, and they blew that good. Um, so, I mean, they're having problems with the roster not being complete, but they are a pretty good team right now, and DeRozan, he's getting a great season under his belt, but he's in a great team altogether, and you need to understand that kind of stuff, because if not, I don't know. Interesting how the Wizards and the Bulls, they went up. We got our third star and we went down. Now, I think the worst thing, I know this is not going to be a popular thought, but let me explain it, and you decide if you are for it or against it. Trading and changing teams are not the best solution. Sometimes the best solution is sacrifice a season and get the team chemistry well together, well put together. Uh, Try to make a lot of changes and end up in a worse situation than what you are right now. And believe me, we could be worse. Like, we could be in a situation where our stars start saying, I want to bail out. I want to go somewhere else. And that's going to be the ugliest situation if it happens to us. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Um, Everybody wanted three max players, and we ended up with the worst combination operate in the paint. That's why I was against Westbrook trade. Because not because I think Westbrook is done and over, or because I don't even count because he doesn't have a championship. I don't. That's not why I was opposed to it. I wasn't opposed to it because I'm a Westbrook hater. I was opposed to it because have everybody working in the paint when outside shooters are not shooting well. You see, when our shooters are shooting the lights out, we are most probably gonna win. But we shoot from the outside. You know, we needed a guy who can shoot from the outside. So, you know, big that like if we get our 3-point shooters to shoot well, and we don't get rid of them for the next year uh, of the shooters. We don't get rid of Carmelo. We don't get rid of uh, what's his name? He was with I don't know what's going to happen with Ellington, but if we get rid of shooters, because we got rid of shooters that after we got rid of them, they had an amazing. Danny Green is one of them. Danny was, out of that season. He he would have he would have I don't know what to say. He would have been a 40% 3-point shooter uh, probably for the next year, and it's we get players that have no like a bad season, okay, and it happens that the next year they go back to their form. So you gotta wonder if this is a problem with how offense, which we know that's not his forte. His rotations the best, to say the least. But also, some of the responsibility goes into the front office. If the front office can't really talk about nice this about them, you take a bunch of offensive players that are not known for their defensive moves, um, offensive roster, but it's an offensive roster made of out of a lot of guys that are over the hump. you got to start wondering. You got to start wondering if too quick to say, "Wow, Pelinka is amazing," and I'm not saying he's not. He's done some incredible stuff with little margin things, but something and it comes out wrong. And I think that's what happened with the front office. They didn't think that they thought that they had, if they had a bunch of shooters, they were going to fix things because bad. But the problem is that the offense didn't get a lot better, mostly because these players needed to, be together, and with so many injuries, like the Lakers in the championship run, they didn't. They didn't have the many injuries that I remember. I don't even think I can't even remember injuries. Well, Kyle Kuzma, I think it was the only one that really had sustained injuries that, where he couldn't play. Um, but that wasn't the championship year. That was the year after. So to tell you the truth, I don't know if it was the championship year or the year after. But all I can remember is that he uh, was injured twice, and he had to come back and started from I think it was 12 points per game to 16 points per game. He got injured again, 13 points per game. But he was again going up, and I think that's when the bubble. So I think it was when the bubble thing. That had to be frustrating for him that year. But the thing is, we need to see this through as it is. Um, there was a lot of bad choices, um, and the Lakers are paying for it right now. Hopefully, we can get over the hump. If the Lakers can survive, um, the season, go to the play-in, win the play-in, and win the first round, then I would start believing in them as a contender of sorts. I don't know. It looks unlikely, you know, looks unlikely, but it's what it is. All right. So that's take care of each other and yourselves. May God bless you all, and go Lakers. Bye bye.